In the quiet of the battlefield, where the sound of war echoes in the heart, Krishna speaks to Arjuna about a deeper battle, the one within. The mind is restless, turbulent, and difficult to control, Arjuna says, his voice shaking with uncertainty. But Krishna responds with a profound assurance. Yes, the mind is turbulent, but with practice and detachment, the restless soul can find peace. Those who conquer their mind are the true conquerors. These words stir something deep inside, a knowing that the true enemy is not external, but the chaos within. In chapter 6 of the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna offers us a path, a sacred journey that leads not to war, but to an inner victory. The battlefield we must fight on is the one inside us. Krishna calls this journey the path of yoga. But what is yoga? It is not a mere set of exercises or a practice confined to the body. No, yoga is the art of mastering the mind, of aligning the scattered, distracted thoughts into a steady, focused stream. Yoga is the skill of action, Krishna says, pointing us not towards escapism, but towards the mastery of living fully, without attachment, without disturbance. The true yogi, Krishna explains, is the one who sees all beings with an equal eye, unaffected by external circumstances. This yogi has learned to rise above the fleeting joys and sorrows of the world. They do not let the storms of life disturb their inner peace. To the world, they may appear ordinary, but within them is the calm of the ocean. The yogi who has controlled their senses and mind sees no distinction between themselves and others, Krishna tells Arjuna. In the eyes of the yogi, all beings are equal, for they see only the divine in all things. This is the vision we must aspire to, a vision where every human, every creature is a reflection of the same divine essence. But how do we reach such a state? Krishna explains the path in simple yet profound terms. Sit in a quiet place, with your body steady and your mind focused. Meditate, not on the world outside, but on the divine within. The physical posture, Krishna stresses, is essential, but even more important is the posture of the mind. To meditate is to bring the mind into stillness, to center it on the truth that lies beyond the noise. When the mind is steady and the breath controlled, the yogi experiences true peace, Krishna assures us. The peace that comes from within, not the fleeting calm that external circumstances bring. As we sit in silence, we realize that the mind is like a wild horse, constantly pulling us in different directions. It is difficult to control, Krishna acknowledges, but with patience, detachment, and consistent practice, the restless mind can be tamed. The key here is persistence. Every time the mind wanders, we bring it back to its center. Every time the world beckons, we return to our inner space of stillness. It is not about forcing the mind to be silent. It is about teaching it to rest in the present, to embrace the divine moment that is always here, always now. Those who have mastered the mind, Krishna says, are like the flame that does not flicker in the wind. The yogi who has controlled their senses and whose heart is aligned with the divine remains unaffected by the distractions of life. They are steady, like a rock in a turbulent sea. This is the power of meditation. It teaches us to remain unshaken, no matter how intense the storms of life may become. The true yogi does not run from life. They engage with it, but they do not let it disturb their inner peace. This journey of self-mastery is not about renouncing the world, but about transcending it. The yogi lives in the world, but is not bound by it. The yogi who has mastered meditation sees all beings equally, without judgment or attachment, Krishna says. This is the essence of liberation. Not to escape the world, but to see it with eyes of love and wisdom. When you see yourself in everyone, when you recognize the divine essence in all beings, the world transforms. What was once chaotic becomes serene. What was once painful becomes a lesson in growth. Arjuna, still uncertain, asks, what happens to the one who strives for this path but fails? What happens to the one who cannot reach the highest state of meditation in this life? Krishna, with a smile, reassures him. The yogi does not fail. Even if they do not attain perfection in this life, their efforts are never lost. They are carried forward into the next life, where they continue from where they left off. This is the beauty of the path. There is no failure. Every effort you make on the path of meditation, every moment you spend trying to quiet the mind, every time you choose peace over chaos, it all adds up. The soul never forgets the lessons it learns on the path of yoga. The yogi, Krishna says, is not one who abandons their duties, but one who performs them with a steady heart. They act, but without attachment to the fruits of their actions. They perform their duties selflessly, dedicating the results to the divine, Krishna teaches. It is not what you do, but how you do it. When your actions are rooted in selflessness, when they are free from ego and desire, they become sacred. Every action becomes an offering to the divine. Every moment becomes an opportunity to practice yoga. In the final words of this chapter, Krishna describes the highest of all yogis. The one who sees me in everything, and everything in me, is the greatest yogi. The yogi who has realized this unity, who sees the divine in every person, every creature, and every element of the world, is the one who has achieved the highest state of meditation. This is the ultimate state of yoga, not to be absorbed in a single thought or object, but to experience the divine presence in all things, to live with an open heart and a steady mind. So, what does Chapter 6 teach us? It teaches us that true meditation is not about escaping the world. It's about transforming our relationship with it. It's about learning to live with a steady mind and a compassionate heart. It's about seeing the divine in every moment and in every being. The path of yoga is not easy, but it is the most rewarding journey you can take. It is the journey back to yourself, to the peace that lies within, to the divine essence that is always present, always guiding you.